What's going on, everybody? We are back. Justin Butters Butterman, Justin Paura, Money in the Bank, Tailgate Sports, bringing to you our Thursday night bets before we get into football Sunday. Butters, few good games, and that starts with the NFL. You have the Jaguars taking on the Titans in Tennessee. Tennessee kind of needs that game. They're 5.5-point favorites.
It's the annual Thursday night color rush. It's the one Thursday you can proudly go out and not care that you're missing the game.
Yeah.
That's why they happen on Thursday every year.
But one of the worst Thursday night games we have seen all season long. You know, some of them have been pretty exciting.
They're doing it.
Yeah, and
it's been bad every time.
They know it, and they know it too. That's why they have the color rush. They put it in, so because they both were pretty fresh. You have the Jaguars with their mustard, orange, brownish look, and then the Titans have the sleek light blue. I mean, I love it. But the team's absolute dog shit on the field. We have to figure it out. Titans at 5.5-point favorites. I'm going to go out right now and say that is one of my two picks from this game. So what I like about the Titans, they just had a huge comeback victory against the Jets. They were down 16 in the second half in that one. And then they storm all the way back at home. They're back at home tonight. And they're taking on a Jaguars team that lost so many games in a row and just beat the Colts 6-0. They're not going to be in Jacksonville for this one. I don't give them a chance. I think it's going to be a barn burner, but I give the Titans at least a touchdown.
Yeah, I have to agree. Just because the Jaguars are nothing shy of an absolute dumpster fire, Doug Marrone might be on the hot seat. Cody Kessler.
Well, they're firing everybody else, the offensive coordinator. That's already 3 through Blake Bortles. I think they're off the Blake train.
Yeah, I already saw rumors that they're already looking for new quarterbacks for next year, a year after just giving this guy a contract. I think that Titans minus 5.5 is a good pick just because the Jaguars, they're trash, and Mike Vrabel and the Titans are in the hunt for a playoff spot. So
yeah, they really need this win, and they're going to be at home, you know. Nashville, one of the more underrated sports towns because there's not too many teams where you go and represent that city, but when you looked at the Predators in the Stanley Cup, I mean, totally. That was amazing.
Yeah, so I think Titans by a touchdown's a safe bet. Even though it's 5.5, I'll give them a 1.5 extra.
At least a touchdown. Now, like I said, I had 2 picks this game. I also love the under in this game. It's really, really low. 37.5. But you know what? That's just Vegas begging you to take it. Look at the Jaguars' last game. It was 6-0 against a red-hot Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. I don't see either team really getting above 20, and that's what it's going to take to tip the edge on that one. You're giving the Titans defense Cody Kessler and the Jaguars offense, and if you want to say they did anything, the first game they only put up 6 against the Colts at home. I don't see them getting over 10, and I think that the Jags defense is going to contain the Titans at least a bit. So I would parlay the two personally. I think it's an easy bet, in my opinion.
I like the under, so for that reason I'm taking the over.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just because Vegas is telling you to take the under, so I'm not going to listen to them.
No, they're telling you to take the over because they know that 37.5 is a low number.
No,
a very low number.
Yeah, but they also know that both these teams don't score. So I'm going to say I'm not falling for them taking the over.
You know, well, one of us has to be right. So that's the first because who knows, we're probably going to blow the Titans pick because we both had it.
That's why I'm taking the over because I like the under.
All right. Now you have me wanting to, you know...
I think that is going to hit, so I'm taking the over.
Nah, I got to stick to my guns. All right. I also have another good pick. College basketball. Not much NBA action. Only 3 games going on. So the best matchup of college basketball of the evening. Maryland versus Purdue. Maryland 23rd in the country. I'm taking Mark Turgeon and the Terps at plus 8.5. I think they're a hotter team right now. You saw what they were able to do in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. They pushed back at Virginia and almost came back and won that game. They're looking like a really solid unit right now. 8.5 is a lot of points, and I'm not giving that to a Purdue team that really hasn't proven anything yet.
No. I mean, the Big Ten has shown some potential this year, but I think it's a Michigan runaway conference this year.
Yeah, I mean, that no one could have expected, but I still think that it's up for grabs. I know Michigan's playing out of their mind in the beginning of the season, but they don't shoot as well. That could come up to bite them in the end of the year. You also have Michigan State's full of a load of NBA talent as always. You have Maryland, who's looking pretty good. Ohio State, we saw it. Syracuse was able to take down Ohio State, but they're a very good team. Indiana, Purdue even with Carson Edwards. It's going to be close. I just don't see 8.5 points. Enough for Purdue to beat them by that much. They could definitely win the game, but I don't think that they'll win by 10.
Yeah, I like that. And I'll go to my first pick. I like the Knicks at TD Garden, plus 14 points. last time they played in Boston, the Knicks had the same exact spread, and they almost double covered, which means they win, and they win by more than what they were supposed to lose by. Then they're winning by they're up by 15 in the fourth, ended up winning by 3. Nonetheless, they still won the Boston and they won. I mean, Knicks they play well against pretty good teams. They beat the Bucks last week too, and I just think that Boston hasn't shown me anything yet this year. They just don't know how to put their best 5 guys on the court together. They can't figure out Gordon Hayward.
Well, speaking about that, Jaylen Brown coming back for this game off the bench, you think that gives you any swing or
no? He's been terrible this year, Jaylen Brown.
All right, we'll take that for what it is. Thank you guys for listening. That was our Thursday night picks. We'll check back with you on Sunday when we have all things NFL on the next episode of Money in the Bank. Thank you.
All right, cool.
Corey, you're very good at what you do.